here on West Coast Recaps. Anybody excited for NFL? I know I am. Let's see what happened today on NFL. So, the Redskins faced off against division rivals, the Eagles. Redskins did fall to the Eagles, 37-34. It was a close game. The game leaders in this game: Kirk Cousins with passing, Alfred Morris with rushing, and Pierre Garçon with receiving. Nick Foles was the leader in passing for the Eagles, McCoy and Macklin for rushing and receiving. The Chargers beat the Bills 22-10. The Texans lose to the Giants in New York 30-17. The Bengals creamed the Titans 33-7. And the Lions beat the Packers 19-7. The Patriots did beat the Raiders 16-9. And the Super Bowl rematch in overtime, the Seahawks beat the Broncos once again. Let's go back to Thursday Night Football real quick. The Buccaneers versus the Falcons. Amazing performance by Julio Jones as the Falcons beat the Buccaneers 56-14. It's just in. The Steelers beat the Panthers 37-19. What a game for the Steelers. The Cowboys come back and beat the Rams from a 21-0 deficit. Tony Romo, is he figuring himself out now? We'll never know. We'll figure it out in the next couple weeks. The Vikings fall to the Saints 20-9. As the Saints went up 13-0 in the first quarter. The Ravens beat the Browns 23-21. As it was a close game, but a touchdown in the fourth boosted the Ravens above the Browns. Colts versus Jaguars. The Colts finally got their first win with a terrific performance from Andrew Luck, as the Colts beat the Jaguars 44-17. The Cardinals beat the 49ers 23-14. And the Chiefs beat the Dolphins 34-15. National sports top 3 players of the week are Andrew Luck, QB, had an amazing game with 4 touchdowns and 370 yards against Jacksonville. Rashard Jennings, New York Giants running back, had a touchdown and 176 yards against Houston. And of course, Julio Jones with 2 touchdowns and 161 yards against Tampa on Thursday Night Football. Let's look at the standings. I know it's early, but standings could still help. In the NFC East, Philadelphia leading the division 3-0. In the NFC North, Detroit leading the pack so far. In the NFC South, Carolina and the Panthers and the Falcons are tied 2-1. And in the NFC West, maybe the hardest division to win, Arizona Cardinals are 3-0 and leading the way. Let's go to the AFC real quick. Buffalo and New England in the AFC East are tied. It's surprising that the Buffalo Bills went 2-0, but they did lose today, so let's see what happens. Cincinnati leading the way in the AFC North 3-0. And Houston, Texas, it's 2-1 in the AFC South, are leading. And the first place team is a two-way tie in the AFC West, Denver and San Diego. Let's look at your stats real quick before we leave you here. In passing yards and offensive leaders, the top 5 is Matt Ryan, Nick Foles, Matthew Stafford, Ben Roethlisberger, and Drew Brees. Matt Ryan is leading with 965. In rushing yards, DeMarcus Murray leads the way with 285 rushing yards, but second is Arian Foster. Then there's Bobby Riney, Alfred Morris, and Le'Veon Bell. In receiving yards, Julio Jones, Jordy Nelson, Calvin Johnson, Antonio Brown, and Jimmy Graham, the top 5, with Julio Jones leading with 365. What an amazing start for that Atlanta wide receiver. Defensive leaders. We have Paul Worthylo from Atlanta with 35 sacks. Behind him is Deshaun Goldson, Levante David, Bobby Wagner, and Mark Barron. For sacks, Washington's Ryan Kerrigan has 4. And behind, it's a three-way tie with Justin Smith, Willie Young, Michael Bennett, and then 5th with 2.5 is Jason Hatcher. Interceptions, it's a 5-way tie for first, where they all have 2 interceptions. George Ioka, Kyle Fuller, Raheem Moore, Chris Conte, and Jason McCourty all have 2. This has been the first night of West Coast Recaps. Please go onto our Instagram or Facebook or even our Twitter. Find us on National Sports Radio. I leave you, and good night, guys.
Live from Los Angeles, we thank you for listening to another presentation of the National Sports Radio Station on Spreaker.com.